New York is more than a city. It is an idea, a relentless engine of change, and a living chronicle of the American experiment. Its skyline is a timeline written in steel and glass, telling a story that began with a modest purchase of an island and evolved into a saga of global influence. This is a history driven by people, visionaries, rebels, tycoons, artists, and leaders who saw potential where others saw only wilderness or chaos. From the watery world of the Lenape people to the digital crossroads of the 21st century, New York's journey to becoming a global power is a tapestry woven with the ambitions of countless famous personalities. The Dutch seed, New Amsterdam, 1624 to 1664. Our story begins not with New York, but with New Amsterdam. In 1624, the Dutch West India Company established a trading post at the southern tip of Manhattan. The famous purchase of the island for 60 guilders worth of goods in 1626, often simplified as $24, was orchestrated by figures like Peter Minuit. This transaction, controversial in its implications for the native Lenape people, planted the seed of a commercial hub. The settlement was rough, chaotic, and fiercely mercantile. Its character was forged by a diverse population from the very start. Under the authoritarian rule of Director General Peter Stuyvesant, 1647 to 1664, nicknamed Peg-Leg Pete, the colony saw its walls built, giving Wall Street its name and its infrastructure improved. Stuyvesant was a stubborn leader who tried to impose order, but he could not stop the inevitable. In 1664, an English fleet sailed into the harbor, and Stuyvesant, facing little appetite for a fight from his profit-oriented citizens, surrendered without a shot. New Amsterdam was renamed New York after the Duke of York. The Dutch legacy, however, never vanished. It is embedded in the city's place names: Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Harlem, Harlem, the Bronx, after Jonas Bronk, and most importantly in its DNA, a spirit of tolerance, hustle, and global commerce. Colonial crucible and the spark of revolution. As a British colony, New York flourished as a port, but beneath the surface of growing prosperity, tensions simmered. The city became a hotbed of revolutionary fervor, and no personality is more central to this chapter than Alexander Hamilton. Arriving in New York as a young, ambitious immigrant from the West Indies, Hamilton attended King's College, now Columbia University. His powerful pen made him one of the most effective pamphleteers for the patriot cause. During the Revolution, New York was a strategic battleground. It was the site of the disastrous Battle of Long Island, leading to a long British occupation that devastated the city. But it was also where General George Washington, with key advice from officers like Hamilton, executed the brilliant retreat that saved the Continental Army. After the war, New York served as the first capital of the United States under the new Constitution. Here, Alexander Hamilton's role became truly monumental. As the first Secretary of the Treasury, he engineered the nation's financial system. His report on public credit and advocacy for a national bank were formulated and fiercely debated in New York. His vision was of a strong, centralized commercial nation, a vision that mirrored the future he imagined for his adopted city. The famous duel that ended his life in 1804 was a tragedy born of these intense political conflicts, but his financial architecture ensured that New York, not Philadelphia or Boston, would become the economic capital of the new republic. The 19th century, empire of commerce in the human tide. The 19th century was New York's adolescence, a period of explosive, often violent growth. The Erie Canal, completed in 1825, was a masterstroke engineered by Governor DeWitt Clinton. By connecting the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean via the Hudson River, the canal made New York City the unrivaled gateway to the American interior, supercharging its economy. This growth was fueled by waves of immigration, first from Ireland and Germany, and later from Southern and Eastern Europe. Millions arrived at Castle Garden and then Ellis Island. They provided the labor that built the city's infrastructure, including the iconic Brooklyn Bridge, a project brought to fruition by the engineering genius of John A. Roebling and the determination of his son, Washington Roebling, and his wife, Emily Warren Roebling. This era also saw the rise of staggering inequality embodied by the Gilded Age titans. Figures like John D. Rockefeller, oil, and J.P. Morgan, finance, built empires whose headquarters were on Wall Street. Their wealth was unprecedented, but so was the poverty in tenement districts like the Lower East Side. This contrast sparked social reform movements led by personalities like Jacob Riis, whose photojournalism book, How the Other Half Lives, shocked the conscience of the nation and spurred tenement reform laws. The 20th century: skyscrapers, crisis, and global leadership. The 20th century cemented New York's status as a global capital. Its vertical ambition was symbolized by the Chrysler and Empire State Buildings, monuments to corporate pride during the Jazz Age. This was the era of the Harlem Renaissance, where a cultural explosion brought forth legendary figures like poet Langston Hughes and musician Duke Ellington, establishing African-American art and culture at the forefront of American life. Then came the Great Depression. No American personality was more critical to guiding the nation, and New York through this crisis and the subsequent World War, than Franklin D. Roosevelt. Though his presidency was centered in Washington, his policies, the New Deal, were deeply felt in New York, funding massive projects like the Triborough Bridge and LaGuardia Airport. His fireside chats, heard in millions of living rooms, projected a calm, resolute leadership that was born from his political career in New York State. Post-war, New York became the headquarters of the United Nations, a physical manifestation of its new role as a center for global diplomacy. The city also solidified its status as the world's cultural capital. The birth of abstract expressionism, with artists like Jackson Pollock, who spent crucial years in the city, the beat poetry of Allen Ginsberg, and the rise of modern American theater on Broadway all emanated from its vibrant streets. However, the 1970s brought a severe crisis. Economic decline, white flight, and social unrest led to a city on the brink of bankruptcy, symbolized by the famous New York Daily News headline, "Ford to City, Drop Dead." The city was gritty and dangerous, yet this period also fostered a raw, innovative energy in music, with the birth of hip-hop in the Bronx by pioneers like DJ Kool Herc, and punk rock in downtown clubs like CBGB. The city's resilience was tested most profoundly on September 11, 2001. The terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center were a devastating blow. The response, however, showcased the city's character. Mayor Rudolph Giuliani provided forceful, if controversial, leadership in the immediate aftermath. But the long-term rebirth was a collective effort, culminating in the difficult but determined construction of the One World Trade Center, Freedom Tower, which rose as a new symbol of defiance and hope. The 21st century, and looking to 2025, reinvention in the digital age. As New York entered the 21st century, it faced new challenges and opportunities. The mayoralty of Michael Bloomberg, 2002 to 2013, represented a data-driven, technocratic approach to governance. His administration oversaw a massive economic transformation, heavily investing in revitalizing the waterfront and public spaces like the High Line, and aggressively attracting the tech industry to complement the city's traditional strengths in finance and media. The city's cultural landscape continued to evolve, reflecting its enduring role as a magnet for creative talent. A quintessential example of a 21st century New York personality is Lady Gaga, Stefani Germanotta. A graduate of the city's club scene and the School of the Arts, Gaga embodies the city's ethos of self-invention, artistic ambition, and theatrical flair. Her success, from pop superstardom to an Academy Award-winning actress for A Star is Born, showcases the city's power to launch global icons who blur the lines between music, fashion, and film. Her career is a testament to the modern multimedia stardom that New York cultivates. The years leading up to 2025 have been defined by extreme tests. The COVID-19 pandemic hit New York with ferocious intensity in the spring of 2020. Under Mayor Bill de Blasio and Governor Andrew Cuomo, the city shut down, becoming an epicenter of the global crisis. The images of overwhelmed hospitals and silent streets were haunting. Yet again, the city fought back. Healthcare workers, delivery drivers, and essential employees became the new heroes. The subsequent recovery, though uneven, has been remarkable. By 2025, the city has largely regained its pre-pandemic energy, with office occupancy rising and tourism returning, though it continues to grapple with the long-term economic and social scars. As we look toward the rest of 2025 and beyond, New York's challenges are clear: affordability, climate change, highlighted by Hurricane Sandy in 2012, inequality, and adapting to a hybrid work world. The current mayor, Eric Adams, faces the complex task of balancing public safety with economic equity and steering the city through a period of profound transition. The history of New York is not a neat narrative, but a chaotic, thrilling, and ongoing evolution. From the entrepreneurial spirit of its Dutch founders to the financial genius of Alexander Hamilton, from the social conscience of Jacob Riis to the diplomatic legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, and from the artistic rebellion of the Harlem Renaissance to the global pop dominance of Lady Gaga, the city has been shaped by individuals who dared to think bigger. It is a city perpetually under construction, both physically and socially. Its power lies not in perfection, but in its relentless capacity for reinvention. As it moves deeper into the 21st century, New York remains what it has always been: a mirror to the world's ambitions, a stage for its dramas, and a stubborn, magnificent testament to the human spirit's drive to build, create, and endure. The script for its next chapter is being written every day on its streets, in its boardrooms, and in its studios, ensuring that its story as a global power is far from over.